LSU quarterback Joe Burrow has won the most prestigious award in college sports, the 2019 Heisman Trophy. He's the second LSU Tiger to win the award, joining Billy Cannon. His daughter, Bunny Cannon, will be with us tomorrow morning here on Off the Bench. Dr. Billy Cannon won the award back in 1959. Burrow took home the honor over Oklahoma's Jalen Hurts and Ohio State's Justin Field and defensive end Chase Young with 841 first-place votes out of 893 ballots. Burrow set the Heisman Trophy record for receiving the highest percentage of first-place votes in the history, breaking O.J. Simpson's largest margin of victory. He also earned the highest percentage of possible points and the highest percentage of ballots received. Here he is in the post-Heisman press conference, just talking about the opportunity of the night.
Just grateful for the opportunity, and it's a blessing to be here. There's three great other options except for me. You know, they had incredible seasons as well, and I'm just so grateful that I had for my journey. So grateful for my journey and everyone that's helped me along the way.
It still continues to be a kind of pinch yourself to remind yourself that it's all real. An LSU quarterback didn't just win the Heisman, but he won the Heisman in literally the most dominant fashion it's ever been done.
Talking to Scott Woodward in the post-Heisman party on Saturday night, and said that LSU could spend $1 billion over the next calendar year and never get the return of investment that they got on Saturday night when Burrow said this on national TV to his head coach.
I'd like to thank Louisiana, the entire state. Like I said earlier, just a kid from Ohio coming down chasing a dream. And the entire state has welcomed me and my family with open arms and invited us in to be native Louisianians. I've learned to love crawfish and gumbo. And during crawfish season, Coach O makes sure we have pounds and pounds and pounds of crawfish during that year. Coach O, you have no idea what you mean to my family. I didn't play for 3 years. You took a chance on me, not knowing if I could play or not. And I'm forever grateful for you. Can you imagine a guy like Coach O giving me the keys to his football program? He just means so much to me and my family. And to LSU, I sure hope they give him a lifetime contract. He deserves it.
Powerful moment for LSU sports right there. That is as good as it gets for it's recruiting. And as far as just the message, the moment, that was looking around the room that I was in. There was not a dry eye in the room. If you were in a room that had dry eyes that cared about LSU football, you should kick them out.
Even if you didn't care about LSU football, if you were not watching that, or if you were watching it and you were not crying, there is something wrong with you.
And the audio doesn't do it complete justice, because the thing that gets you is watching
Ogeron.
Bebe, the manliest of men, a granite block of a man kind of fighting back tears.
And everything in Ogeron's interaction, like Robin Burrow's hand comes into the screen and grabs his. You can see Jimmy Burrow grabbing him, and even his fist pump to Joe while he's up there. I mean, it's as powerful of a recruiting moment that exists. We'll talk more about it coming up here on Off the Bench. LSU quarterback commit TJ Finley announced that he's going to sign with the LSU Tigers on Wednesday, begin practicing with the team on Thursday as they begin preparation for Oklahoma in the Peach Bowl semifinal. Finley, who's a 6'6" prospect out of Ponchatoula, has been committed to LSU since May of 2018. This was a Friday news dump story here, but F. King Alexander, we're not going to overlook this one. Just a week after rumors swirled about LSU President F. King Alexander's possible departure from the university, he's officially on his way out. Alexander was announced as the new head of Oregon State University during the school's Board of Trustees meetings Friday. Alexander's last day as LSU's president will be December 31st. A notable absence on Saturday night, but the room filled with power and business people were celebrating not only the Heisman Trophy, but this news of F. King Alexander moving on. LSU basketball.
I mean, one of the guys over there was Lipsy, right? And we all know the letter that he penned a few months ago.
The room on Saturday night, Pepper Rutland owns MMR, Richard Lipsy, who owns Lipsy's, the governor of the state. I mean, the girl that was serving the Heisman after party. She was like, I mean, like, we've seen Heisman celebrations from schools in the past. This is usually where they come, but we ain't never seen anything like this. I mean, we're running out of alcohol. It's like, yeah, you better get them to the store because this party's just getting started. They partied deep into the night. It was cool, man.
No, it's like me in the bar this weekend. Don't give an LSU fan a little success.
Oh man!
Yes, I mean we're gonna take full advantage of it.
Louisiana doesn't get. You got two of the most powerful lobbyists outside of our boys and Capital Partners and Jesse McCormick and his crew, but Gina Goings and Jim Nichols sitting alongside the governor.
Shout out, Mr. Jim,
on the front row.
Yeah, I mean, and
as Joey Burrow, the LSU quarterback, is named the Heisman Trophy. I mean, that is as Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through Kingfish now, and it's my first real. Kind of dabbling in the history of Louisiana politics. And yes, this all sounds par for the course. Right. It sounds perfect.
Right. Welcome home, right? LSU basketball. Tigers are back on the court after taking a week off for exams on Wednesday against East Tennessee State. They'll be back in the PMAC on Wednesday night. That tip-off is set for 6 o'clock. Looking forward to our trip out to Los Angeles this weekend with the Tigers as they'll face USC in Staples Center on Saturday night. We'll be there, little Jay and I. The Saints.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, we're flying out Friday morning.
Okay.
Saints take the field New Orleans tonight, Monday Night Football against the Colts. Drew Brees was talking about, or that's his congratulations to Burrow. Here's Alvin Kamara talking about the team, and they hadn't yet hit their peak yet. Hey.
We talk about it. I think we say it every week. We haven't played our best game yet, this far into the season, and to still be able to be winning. I mean, we definitely blessed. Don't take it for granted, but we know we haven't played our best football. So we just got to limit some of the mistakes.
So also in the cards tonight, Drew Brees going for NFL history. 3 touchdowns away from passing up Peyton Manning, the all-time list. Think about that for a second, though.
He's one behind Brady?
He's one behind Brady after Sunday. I think Brady threw 2 yesterday to take a slight lead. But think about that for a second, how spoiled we are here in South Louisiana when it comes to quarterback play. You just witnessed an LSU quarterback that has led an undefeated season, SEC champion. You just witnessed him win the Heisman Trophy by the largest margin of victory ever. And now, on Monday Night Football in the Superdome, you may witness Drew Brees become the NFL's all-time touchdown leader. Think about that for a second. Just appreciate what you have been given. You could be like the Lions, who have won 1 playoff game since the 50s. It could be like you could be like any of these other teams. So just enjoy these moments.
Good news is that Jared Cook, A.J. Klein, and Zach Line are set to return tonight from injuries. Teron Armstead and Cam Jordan are good to go despite being limited in practice. But this will be the first game for the Saints defense without Sheldon Rankins and Marcus Davenport, who were both put on IR after the loss last week to San Francisco. Speaking of the 49ers, how about the Atlanta Falcons traveling across the country and Julio Jones catching a touchdown in the last play of the game for Atlanta? Or actually, Atlanta scored on a scoop at the on the defensive play there, but get the win 29-22. Move the 49ers out of first place. That elevates Seattle into the first place spot in the NFC after their win yesterday. Green Bay holds off Chicago yesterday in Lambeau. Bears had a late chance there for a flip to get a score, but Packers get the win. And but some shakeup yesterday in the NFC.
It's weird, and the San Fran isn't necessarily the most important piece to fall. As long as there is a 3-way tie, that is bad for the Saints because that enacts the tiebreakers that they lose to the Packers. If it comes down to just Saints-Seattle, that's good for the Saints. So they're making it. So, I mean, look, there's still, obviously, as yesterday proved, there's a ton of football left to be played, and you can't act like any of this is decided. But the main best thing that could happen for New Orleans, assuming they win out, is that Green Bay loses. And Green Bay has to go to Minnesota next week. So if you're a Saints fan, that's the game to lock in on. That's the game that maybe opens up that 1 or 2 seed.
And Vikings beat the Chargers 39-10 on Sunday. Bills beat the Patriots last night. Bills beat the Steelers last night 17-10. Monday Night Football rounding out the weekend tonight in New Orleans with the Colts in town taking on the Saints. Pelicans are bad. 12 straight losses. Franchise record.
Won't bow
fell
down.
Last night 130-119 to the Orlando Magic.
Won't bow down, baby. Let's go.
Jonathan Isaac had 21-10 for Orlando. President's
Won't
Cup.
bow down. Yeah, no. And first rumors that I've seen at least of maybe Alvin Gentry's job being in trouble. Will Guillory writing about it in The Athletic, and that was something that would have seemed absurd just a little bit ago.
Tiger Woods capped off a big year that began with his 15th major at the Masters by playing and leading his U.S. team to another victory at the President's Cup on Sunday at Royal Melbourne. The first playing captain in 25 years, he opened the 12 singles matches by beating Abraham Ancer to set the President's Cup record with his 27th match victory and set the tone for the rest of the team. Team USA gets the W. Those are your headlines. What's trending here on Off the Bench on this Monday edition as we celebrate Joe Burrow and a Heisman Trophy award for LSU. We were there. We'll give you the stories and sound coming up on OTB.